Flat bench dumbbells. Now, first things first, you need a flat bench like this. So always make sure the bench is flat. That's the first thing. Now, I always do this exercise second, but if you're doing this exercise first, make sure your shoulders are warmed up. Make sure you've done a couple of warm-up sets. But because this is normally a second exercise for me, I'm already kind of warmed up. So I normally pick a weight that is about 1/3 or about half of my first working set. So in this case, I'm going to grab the 20 kilo dumbbells, and I got a couple of stick for it. I got quite a bit of stick for this last time. I showed you how to keep the dumbbells up. So stand over the bench, sit down like this. And what I showed in the other videos, and exactly the same thing I'm going to show today, is the way to keep the dumbbells up is one at a time as you lean back. So lean back, keep it up, and then the other one. Now you're in this position over here, and if you want to come to the side a little bit, you'll see my elbow isn't flared back like this. So if you just stay there, pal, I'm just going to do a couple of repetitions like this. I think it's 8 again today, so I'll just pump out a few reps, and then what I do is I hold it at the bottom, exaggerate it, and again, like incline press, just pull my elbows back to this exaggerated position, which I'm never actually going to be in. I'm never going to be this exaggerated when I've got weight. So the idea is, if I warm up like this, I'm not going to get injured. Just hold this for about half a minute, and then hold it in front for about half a minute. Let your elbows dip a little bit. You'll feel the pull on the front delts over here. It's quite painful, but make sure the weight's not too heavy over here. And just hold this for about 20 seconds. After you've done that, rock forward and pull back. Now, the reason for that is for most heavy compound lifts, always warm up in the exaggerated range of motion. That way, when you come to doing the heavy lifts, because we're never going to be in that exaggerated motion, at least we're going to be doing is 80% of the motion that we've already warmed up in. Therefore, reduce the risk of injury. Always be safe. Yes, bodybuilding has a time and a place. Yes, there's a way to get more muscle if we get more stretch, but the idea is to be safe across every single exercise, especially for me anyway. I don't want to come to the gym, smash my muscle, absolutely kill myself to the point I'm completely fatigued. And there's another thing that I always say, don't chase fatigue, chase performance. That is the key element, that is the key motto, that is the number one thing I'm trying to think about in my mind every time I go to the gym. Can I perform to the best of my ability? I see myself as an athlete, as a warrior when I'm inside the gym. I'm not here to kill myself. This isn't, let's be completely focused, so the next day we're going to be repairing our muscle and we're going to be damaging it. No. My idea when I'm going to the gym is to perform at a very, very high level, leave the gym energized, refreshed, and good to go, ready for the next day. Some of those people come to the gym and they're completely fucked and they go home and they're absolutely knackered. That's not me. Even when I was powerlifting, and I'll go on about me powerlifting a lot because I was very strong, compared to most guys, especially for my weight. And they were fucked the next day. They were going home battered. Me, I was fresh. I was fresh as fuck. I was ready. I was doing cardio after I was powerlifting. I do exactly the same thing today. After I train, I go about my day like it's a normal fucking day. I'm not going in the gym to battle, to war, to absolutely fucking kill myself, to annihilate myself, and then leave the gym broken. Oh, I went to the gym today. Oh, I'm fucking fucked. Oh, I'm knackered. I can't move this. I can't move that. Fuck that shit. I'm in the gym. I'm killing it. I'm performing at a high level, a high standard. I'm going out from the gym, and I'm doing exactly the same. Doesn't fucking change for me. Okay? So I'm warmed up now. 20 kilos. Very simple. And what I normally do over here is rather than jumping up into a weight where it's, my final working set, with dumbbells, I like to warm up gradually. So I'll go over to the 30s and then so on. We'll see what we get today. I've not done this in a while. So 30 kilos is next. Grab the 30 dumbbells. Again, remember where the bench is. Always look in the mirror. Dumbbells on your thighs. Sit down. That's the setup, and then kick them up one at a time. And always, always re-rack your weights. Yes, if you're going really strong, if you're going really heavy and you're in that fucking range of motion where, sorry, not the range of motion, but if you're doing the kind of workout where it is really taxing you, you are trying to grow, you are trying to get strong, you are trying to get somewhere. For me, it's just maintenance at the minute, so I can afford to spend the extra energy, put the dumbbells back. If you're dead after that set, drop the dumbbells, but always know who's around you. And always ask the gym owner's permission. Are you allowed to drop the dumbbells? You'll get a feel for the gym. You'll know what kind of gym you're in if you're allowed to do that. Some gyms don't allow it. Every gym I've owned, I've allowed it. I know how it is, especially when you're lifting heavy weight. You've got to drop the bar, you've got to drop the weight every so often. But nowadays I don't need to do it. So have a little bit of respect for the gym you're in, and please be wary of the members around you. That's the main thing as well. Because especially if you're in a gym like Pure Gym or the JD Gym, one of those Planet Fitness gyms in America, where people have no sense of spatial awareness, they don't know where they are half the time. They're walking past you from the front to the side. You could be doing dumbbells and some guy will set a bench right next to you, and you'll be doing shoulder pressing, someone will be right next to you doing fucking barbell curls, and you don't know where to fucking drop the dumbbell. So just be very careful when you do shit like that. Best thing to do is train with somebody, always have a spotter. Be very, very safe when you're inside the gym. Just be spatially aware of where you are, especially in the dumbbell area. Free weights, very, very important when it comes to machines and bars and things like that inside the gym. Yeah, you can get away with certain things, but when you're in the dumbbell area, things are always moving as well. Now, personally, for me, when I own gyms, even the benches, the free weight benches, I used to lock down, I used to fix them down so people couldn't move them around, because your station was your station. And that way I knew that nobody was gonna get injured, nobody was gonna walk over each other, nobody was gonna move the bench too close to each other. But in most gyms, they don't do that. Not every gym owner is as good as me. Right, so the next weight I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna go for the 40 kilos next. Same again. Oh, for rep range, sorry, for rest periods on this. Rest period, this is a compound lift, 3 to 5 minutes. Take your time, especially when you've gone to pick the dumbbells up yourself, like I have. Get seated, rest a little bit, get your breath back, keep them on your thighs if you can, put them on the floor. If you're training with somebody, they're spotting you, get them to grab the dumbbells. Sometimes it's a bit dangerous for your lower back, especially right back, like right back now. My back's a little bit tweaked. I'm sure I'm gonna get a massage later. But just be mindful of that. When you are grabbing heavy dumbbells and you're walking back to the station, you know, you're not gonna fall over and you're not jerking the motion around, you're not messing around with the weights. These are heavy dumbbells. They can still injure you, so just be very careful with that. So this is my second working set now. So now, you see from here, it's a little bit hard. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm just gonna drop the dumbbells like that. So I knew there was no one around me. Drop the dumbbells. There was a technique there that I used to drop the dumbbells. You'll get better at it with time. Don't fucking throw the dumbbells, don't fling the dumbbells. Bring them down slowly. They might bounce, they might flip a little bit, depending on the flooring. This flooring's very bouncy. And then when you're gonna go put them back, here's the safest way. So you can kick them with your feet. And when you get close to it, when you get close to the place you want to put it, you can do like a little deadlift. So get down, 2 hands, 1 dumbbell. I mean, you've just pressed it, so putting it back should be pretty easy. That way, you're not using much energy. Got the fucking tips over here. They're coming non-stop, aren't they? So get it close to where it is. Scuffle the dumbbell close to the rack, bend down, safe position, and do it like this. I know you young guys out there are probably all right to just one-handed manhandle it and chuck it back. I can't do that shit right now. I've got to be very safe with what I'm doing. That's the best way to put the dumbbells back. So now I'm gonna go for one more weight. When it comes to dumbbells, usually on my workouts, I don't keep the weights the same. I'll always pyramid up and maybe do maybe a couple of less repetitions. So if I start on 12, then 8, I might do 6 on the heaviest weight. So I think I did 35, no, I did 40 there. And should I do the 50s? I don't know, we'll see. But 50s were a weight where in the old video, so what happened was, let me explain. I did a video in explaining how to keep the dumbbells up. That day in the gym, I wasn't training, I was just doing a couple of reels. I think I got the 10 or the 15 kilo dumbbells, I sat on the bench. I said, this is how you're supposed to keep the dumbbells up. Kicked them up one at a time, pressed it. Now that video, for me, did very well. It got about 500,000 views. And on TikTok, I think it got to like 300K, so it's pretty decent. All in all, close to 1 million views across platforms. And the number one comment on there was, I bet you can't do that with the 50s. You're doing this with 15 kilos, but can you do it with a working set? Bro, I wouldn't have fucking shown you if I couldn't do it with a working set. Have I had people pass you the dumbbell? Of course, yeah, I have had people pass me the dumbbells. Is it easier for someone to pass you the dumbbells? If you're a kind of guy who likes the dumbbells at the top, then yes, it is probably easier. But for me, I like the dumbbells at the bottom. So I like to press the dumbbells from the bottom, and even if someone is spotting me, I'll hold the dumbbells here at the bottom, I'll get them to get my elbows, and I'll say, just give me a push up from the elbow. Just the first rep, they'll push it up, and then I'm locked, and then I'm set, and then I can rep out. That's usually how I like to be spotted. If you're gonna get someone to spot you, make sure you know, or you tell them what you want. I know it's a little bit intimidating to just grab someone in the gym and say, excuse me, mate, I want you to spot me. This is exactly how I want you to spot me. So I would say fucking don't do that. But if you're with a training partner, then yeah, by all means. He knows you, you know him. You know how each other likes certain things. When I used to train with a guy, I knew his left side was a bit weaker. So when he finished the repetition, I always used to grab his left dumbbell. He could then grab his right with his left hand, place that down. I'd place his left one down. So you get to know your training partner a little bit. You're not just going to the fucking gym aimlessly doing shit. He knows what you want, and you should know what he wants. It's like a very good relationship, no homo. But yeah, it is one of the best relationships to have when you're with someone who's, you know, your partner inside the gym. You push each other, especially if they're relatively same strength as you, or go to a gym that, you know, guys are a lot stronger than you, and try and join in with those guys, learn something from them. Obviously, you can watch my videos, and I'm going to teach you the best to my ability, how I know to tell you how to spot somebody or how to do a certain thing. So what I'm going to do here is, I've never done this before on camera, so I'm going to fucking do this. I'm going to ask somebody in the gym to give me a spot on the 50s. I'm going to try and get him up myself. I'm just going to tell him to push my elbows up. I don't even know this guy. He looks pretty ripped, he looks pretty shredded, so I'm going to go and try and grab him. Just give me 1 second. Follow me though. Bro, can you give us a hand up?
Yeah.
I'm going to get the dumbbells up.
Yeah.
I've not done them in a long time, so you need to be very close to me.
Right up here, yeah.
And just push my elbows up, yeah?
Sorry.
That's how you ask somebody, by the way. I'm just going to try the 50s, so...
You doing flat or you going?
I'm going to do flat, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, so can you just pass me one of them over there? If I grab one of the dumbbells. Cheers, bro. So if you can just put us one there. Great, thank you.
Good.
Oh, I've got it. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to rock back and just grab my elbows for the first repetition. Then I should be okay. I'm going to drop it on my face. 1, 2, 3. Okay, yep, I've got it.
Easy. Yep.
Okay, I've got it now, mate. That's it, thank you.
Okay.
Yep. Cheers, bro. Thanks, man. So that was an example. I didn't know the guy over there, believe it or not, but nice guy. I looked at him, I thought he looks pretty jacked. Seems to be in good shape. If I speak to him in a polite manner, which I did, that was pretty good actually, wasn't it? You know? So he wasn't rude, he was Australian as well. Usually they're quite rude. No, he's a good guy. So look at the way I asked him. I approached him with respect. Don't know the guy, never met him. And I even asked him to grab me a dumbbell and pass it me in my lap. I don't normally ask that. I can normally do this myself. As you can see there, he helped me with my elbows. I showed him exactly what to do, told him what to do. He spotted me exactly the way I wanted it. I was only doing it just to see, you know, a heavyweight on how to show you guys how to ask somebody inside the gym. Be very respectful when you do ask somebody, or just don't. Now, to be honest with you, looking around the gym, I could probably only see maybe another 2 guys that would ask. And if you're in a gym and there's somebody who's just doing his own shit, or doesn't look like he can hold the 50 kilo dumbbells, don't expect everybody to just grab the fucking 50 kilo dumbbells and pass you them. Not everyone's capable of that. I knew the guy knows what he's doing. He seemed pretty fucking jacked, as you could see. So I asked him politely. I managed to finish my set injury free. And again, always put away your dumbbells at the end of it. In fact, I'll do that right now. So nobody comments below saying, oh, the guy didn't put his dumbbells away. I ain't done these 50s in a long time. That's another way to put them away, by the way, like a rope. So whichever one you want. So there you go. That is the flat dumbbell bench press. 3 to 5 minute rest in between each set. Make sure your feet are nice and planted. The ass stays down. Your elbows aren't flared back. They're around about here. Same as when you're doing a flat bench. And this is it really. It's a very simple movement. You know how to keep the dumbbells up. You know how to finish the working set. You know how to do the sets and reps. If you want more tips like this, give me a subscribe. Hit the like button. Leave a comment down below. Even if it's a hate comment for the algorithm. And if you want training programs, 28-day fat loss, 12-week muscle building program, my TRT protocol is all available on fadihussein.com.